Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to color your pencil drawing using Ibis Paint on your phone. So I'm going to go down here and get Ibis Paint. When you first use this, you'll actually, there'll be a lot of tutorial things, might be a little irritating. So I'm going to go My Gallery. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to press plus, go to Import Picture, All Photos, and I'm going to find where I put the picture. And this is the version I want to use. And it says Original, Recommended, or Cancel. The thing about this is the original is going to use up a lot more space, but it's also going to be better quality. So if you think you can handle it, go to original. Extract line drawing. I'm actually not going to do this for this version. I want to make sure that I hit cancel here because sometimes I'll use extract line drawing, but I don't want it for this version. I did play around with my original picture. I cropped it and I used the edit tools to kind of like get it where I thought it would look nice. Now, all I need to do is hit this, see where the 1 is, and there's those stacks of paper. I'm going to hit that. And this is a layers panel, so I've got different layers. They're almost like sheets of glass that I can work on. I don't want to work on this layer. Because this layer is blue like that, that means I'm going to work on it. Over here, there's a plus. There's 2 sheets of paper and a plus. I want to hit just the regular plus. That's going to create a new layer for me. And now once I have that new layer, it's in normal. I'm going to click where it says normal down here, and I'm going to go to multiply. And I'm going to hit this double arrow down here to make it go away. Now, I'm working actively on this multiply layer. My normal layer is untouched, and I'm not working on that. I'm going to click here to choose the color. You see that square? And I'm going to pick a color. So for me, I'm going to pick some kind of like a skin tone that I'm going to use. And I want to use a brush. So here's the brush. This circles the brush. It says use for free. I'm going to hit cancel. Any of these that say add, if I watch the ad, I will be able to use the pen for free for 24 hours. I'll be able to use all the pens for free for 24 hours, not just that one. Here's digital pen, and I chose digital pen, and I can slide the size here, and you could actually see the size when you're painting. There'll be like a circle. You see that there? Now, one thing you'll notice is it's pretty dark. And part of why it's pretty dark is because my pencil drawing, I darkened it and chose some kind of darkening options. So maybe that color, because I'm using multiply, isn't quite right. So I'm going to lighten it a little, knowing that that darkness is going to alter the color. So you could keep that in mind, think about that. So what's happening is because it's multiply, I'm literally just coloring wherever the pencil is. And I can use my fingers to zoom in and out and rotate it if I want. I definitely want to be zoomed in, and if I make a mistake up here on the top, I can undo. And I can slide this to make my brush the right size. And I'm going to actually color everything using the skin color. And for you, you should pick whatever color you feel like you're going to use a lot of. And color the whole thing one single color. And it's kind of a shortcut, and it makes your life easier. Down here, I can easily switch between the eraser and the pencil. I want to make sure this is all the way full on that bar, because that bar is the opacity, how see-through it is. And if I start sliding that, it'll change how see-through my brush is. So I don't care about these when they're overlapping the leg. But when they're not overlapping the leg, I definitely want to make sure that I'm getting the whole shape and not anything extra or missing any of it. So here I go, just coloring it, moving through all the different areas. Now, I'm not going to have you watch me do this whole thing. So I'm going to stop this video, and then I will pick it back up when I'm done. I want you guys to just get this whole thing colored all at once, one single color for your entire figure. And that means that like my hands, my weapon, everything's going to be this one single color. And you're going to pick the color that makes the most sense for you. So the color you pick should be Like if my guy's in a spacesuit and he's all white, I'll paint him all white. And I definitely want to paint him, you know, one color. I want to keep that color on there. I'm not going to rely on the color of the paper. Okay? All right, so go do it. I finished coloring everything one color. So you could see here, that's on my multiply layer. It's all just one color. My pencil layer is still normal. This is how I know which layer I'm working on. It's the blue layer. I want to make sure I'm staying on that multiply layer. One of the reasons we did this was so that we can actually color without worrying about going outside the lines. So there's a button here called Alpha Lock down at the bottom. And I want that to be on, which means it's blue. And what happens if I do that, let me choose a green color here that I might use for my grass skirt. If I have that on, when I color, it will only go where I've already colored. So it won't go outside of what I've colored. Versus if Alpha Lock's off, it will go color anywhere, and that's how I started. But after I've colored it all one color, I'm going to go keep that Alpha Lock on. Now, if for any reason your layers are not in the right order, these 3 lines will help you move the layers, the 3 lines on the right side of the little layer panel there. Make sure I'm on that multiply layer, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to start coloring different components differently. If I don't like what I did, I can hit that undo button at the top. Look, all that detail edge I created in the bottom, now I can just kind of loosely paint right over that. I will have to get in and do the detail now where the legs are, but I didn't have to do it before. That's one way. I'm going to just like do the work once. Okay. So I'm going to go through here and I'm going to color the skirt. I'm going to color the all the different elements of this, all one color, and I'm going to let the pencil drawing shine through, and you could see how I've already started that, and I want you guys to continue, and when you get the whole thing colored, we're going to come back here and talk about it one more time. Okay? I'm going to do my last thing, so I'm going to come in here, got my 2 layers, I finished coloring all the stuff I wanted to color. I'm going to look, and I've got this space all around the outside. I'm going to unmark Alpha Lock. I'm going to get the paint bucket. I'm going to hit this little thing, and it's going to say canvas, but I want to change this to current layer right here when I hit the little cogwheel there. I'm going to hit current layer, and I'm going to pick a color for the background, and I don't know what color to pick, so maybe I'm going to pick orange. I'll try it and I'll click. It really just kind of comes all together. I don't know if I like that one, so I'm going to try something else. Try a couple things. You know, maybe I can make it so it's not so dark, but I definitely want something to make that white pop, the blade and the mask and the bone and stuff. So I'm going to keep playing with this till I get the color I want. It's pretty dark there. That's all right. I don't know. Let me go try that orange again here. Make it a little darker. So it blends in too much with some of the elements in the work. So I think I can live with this. So then I'm all done. And I have colored a pencil drawing digitally and allowed all the pencil to show through. I've only got 2 layers, the multiply layer and the normal layer. The very last thing I did was paint bucket the background. I made sure that I was on current layer when I hit that cog wheel right there, and like the settings. And then I'm going to hit the back button down here in the bottom corner, and it says save as PNG, back to my gallery, save as transparent PNG. None of it's transparent, everything's colored. So save as PNG works for me. And then I'll go to back to my gallery. And then when I go to my photo album, it's going to be right there. And this is what I'm going to upload to Google Classroom for my assignment. Okay? And that's all you need to do.